Good morning. This morning we're live with Jesse Fonkert at Hartford. We're in what room? The City Council room?
Council Chambers.
Council Chambers this morning. Jesse is our Hartford Area Chamber of Commerce Director and Hartford Development Corp?
That's right. It's kind of a mouthful.
Okay, perfect. Jesse, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Yeah, so I started here working for the City of Hartford in July of 2016. I've been here for almost 2 years, coming July 6th, so I'm kind of excited for my 2-year anniversary here at Hartford. I serve as the Chamber and Economic Development Director for the city. I need to find a shorter title though because it's kind of hard to say. And nobody ever gets it right because it's so long. So my job here is to work with the Hartford Area Development Corporation. I serve as their director, and the HADC, as we call it, is organized to promote, preserve, and enhance the quality of life in Hartford, South Dakota. So we work on doing that from day to day. I work with a lot of businesses that are interested in growing in Hartford and coming to our community, and working with residents as well to see if they are interested in moving to town. And so that's the development side of things, and on the other side of things, I work for the Chamber of Commerce. I'm the director for the Chamber, and we work to promote our current businesses that are in town and help them reach people that live in and around Hartford, and also to find ways to bring our community closer together.
Excellent. So if you paid attention, we live in Hartford. One of the things some of the people who don't live in Hartford have asked me is, what in the world is this Mickelson Road project all about? Why was the TV out here?
Yeah, so Mickelson Road has been it's been an exciting project to be working on behind the scenes. We started working on this years ago, and it should have been done probably about 5 years ago. But in government world, things take a little bit longer, and so we broke ground about a month ago. And so Mickelson Road will be an east to west arterial street that will connect Western Avenue, which goes down to exit 387 on Interstate 90, to Highway 38, which goes down to exit 390 on Interstate 90. And so with this development, it will be a 3-lane highway going from east to west, and it will bring in new lots for residential development, commercial development, as well as more parks in town as well, which has not been talked about yet.
No, that's exciting.
Yeah, you have more parks, and we have a requirement in town. The new developments have 5% of their space go towards parks. I believe it's around that number, and so we'll have something happening in the southeast side of town here pretty soon.
That's exciting.
Absolutely.
You said a little bit about what those developments will look like. Any idea when houses will start going up? Or
that's a really good question right now. So the developer on the southeast side, the development's going to be called Turtle Creek Highlands. It'll have 150 plus new single-family homes, along with space for commercial space and multifamily housing. And so it's going to be a great mixed-use development in that side of things. They don't have prices on the lots yet, or any information on the lots quite yet, but they're looking to have their first lot for sale probably in spring of 2019.
Oh, that's not too long to wait.
No, not at all.
That's exciting.
It really is. It's going to be a great boom for people that want to live in a small town with a great school district with West Central and travel to Sioux Falls for work. I mean, you can get to Sioux Falls from that spot in about 10 minutes.
That's exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's not any stop signs or stoplights really along the way either. And so for those of you that don't enjoy, stopping at 5 or 6 stoplights along Minnesota Avenue, Hartford is the place to be because we're right on the interstate. It's really quick to get into town.
Right. Between 38 or I-90.
Absolutely.
It's fast. Okay, there's a little rumor in town that there might be a housing development coming on the north side.
Yeah, that's correct. Knapp's Landing will be opening hopefully in fall of 18, but probably spring of 19. We're not really sure yet as these things kind of go. There's trying to figure out a few things along the way, but there'll be 53 new single-family lots along the golf course on the west side there. On the west side? Right.
Okay.
And
so kind of west of Partee?
It'll be west of Partee Drive, and it'll be west of Vandermark Avenue, and they will be pretty decent-sized lots, from what I understand. They won't be walkouts. It'll be, I think, it's a garden style is how they classify them. The cool thing about Knapp's Landing that I'm really excited for is that there's going to be a pond in the middle with a bike path around it, and then houses around that. And so for those that are either retired or have young families, it'll be a great spot to live, look out along the pond, and get on your bike, go along the path around the pond, and then I think it'll also connect to the existing bike control system as it expands north.
Well, that's exciting.
Yes.
Let's see. Any other Hartford news that you're just dying to share?
Dying to share, we just conducted a groundbreaking for the Buffalo Ridge Brewing Company yesterday at 10 a.m. We're really excited for that project. We've been working on that now for about 5 months. And the owners of the project, Chris and Kelly Tushin and Damon and Crystal Sayre, are really smart, driven, motivated people. And so I'm really excited to see what that's going to do to our downtown and also to our community. I think that it's been a good investment for Hartford to see this project come to fruition. It's going to bring a lot of folks in off the interstate that are maybe doing brewery tours across the area. There's a lot of breweries popping up in southeast South Dakota. But also folks that live in town that want a place to bring their families. The bar scene necessarily isn't the best spot to bring kids. But if you ever go to the cities or Omaha and go to a brewery, you often see young kids with their parents at breweries because they're more of a family-friendly area where the parents can still go out and have a nice craft beverage and the kids can enjoy maybe a nice root beer or something along the way.
Sure. Yeah. We see lots happening on the northern side of Sioux Falls. How do you foresee some of that impacting Hartford?
I'm really excited about what's happening in the Northwest. We are following the USD Discovery District pretty closely. But for those of you that are not aware of the USD Discovery District, it's a research park, from what I understand, located around the University Center. When complete, it'll play home to more than 2,000 employees will be working in that area, from what I've read. And they just announced three new projects, or one big project, 3 new buildings between 2 biopharmaceutical companies, I believe is what they are. They work on different biological, I don't know the exact words because that's not my specialty, I apologize, but they'll be employing a certain number of people in that area, and that'll be developing as we go forward. They also recently issued a RFP for a hotel in that area. I think that was done last year, and so I'd be wondering when that will be announced here, probably in the next year or so. A hotel will be coming to that area, just from reading in between the lines. And to the north of that is Foundation Park, which is being done by the Sioux Falls Development Foundation. It's South Dakota's first mega site, and they have their anchor tenant there, Windchill, which just announced its first expansion, with I think maybe even more on the way in the future.
Right.
And that will employ, I think it's over 50 people right now. I don't know the exact numbers on that, but we see those 2 projects being high employment areas. Those folks will need to live somewhere if they're coming into Sioux Falls.
Sure.
And Hartford being less than 15 minutes away, maybe even 10 minutes away from some of those spots, it's going to be a great place to call home.
Yes.
And even more exciting, I think, from a more of a fun aspect, is what's happening in the Sanford Pentagon area. We have Mills Fleet Farm was announced a couple weeks ago. Then last week, a new golf facility was announced. It sounds like. Is it Top Flight? Was that the name of it? I can't remember. Hot Shots. That's going to be a lot of fun, I think. Between a restaurant there, a lot of family activities, and of course an indoor golf. Right. Simulator, it sounds like. There's a little bit of technology involved.
It's a driving range.
So it is a driving range with video boards, or?
No, you hit it out on targets.
Really, hit on targets.
Yards long. Yeah.
Wow, that's going to be a lot of fun.
That will be. That'll help us get those winter months.
Exactly.
Keep those swings going.
Yeah, absolutely. So from Hartford, that's less than 15 minutes away.
Right.
And so we have Sioux Falls Entertainment District we have the Denny, we have Sanford Pentagon, all within reach of Hartford. It's all interstate accessible from our town, and you can get there pretty quick. And if you want to take a lift there too, it costs between $10 to $15 to get there from here.
Which is very affordable.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anything else you want to share?
Hartford's been a great place to live. We recently just bought a house here back in February. And this is kind of a fun fact. I'm the first economic development director in Hartford history to buy a house in town. So,
yay!
I'm personally invested into our community because I think it's a good investment long-term for property values. Hartford's just going to grow, and it's going to be a nice, steady pace of growth where we won't see any sort of explosive growth or any expansion in the near future, because that's not the community we want to be. We want to have steady, consistent growth that allows us to raise our neighborhoods up in a slow fashion that allows them to form better, I believe.
Sure. It has to be easier as a city to have nice, slow, steady growth.
Right. That way doesn't tax our utility services and doesn't create any additional expenses that we can't handle.
Sure.
Netway taxes don't rise either at a quick rate, which I think Hartford's done a good job at managing its growth over the last 20 to 30 years. There's always been that stigma that Hartford has high taxes. Well, yeah, we did have high taxes, but those high taxes allowed our infrastructure to be in a better shape today that will allow us to have lower taxes in the future as our population grows. So
Great.
our town has made some good investments, and that's going to help our residents and our homeowners in the future.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on today.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Being our guinea pig here of sorts, Jesse's a pretty good sport. We're very thankful that he lives in Hartford. He does a lot of great things for our community.
Well, thank you.
And he brought his wonderful wife with him too,
Yeah.
which is always a plus.
Yes.
We're very thankful. This is something we're going to try to do every couple of weeks with different business owners here in town to start with, just to kind of let people know what is in Hartford and, promote our town, I guess, is really the biggest thing. So,
And with that, I'll just add, Hartford's a great place to really live. I mean, if you are retired or a young family, everything you really need is in town. We've had a grocery store for over 18 years. We have a pharmacy, we have an optometrist, we have chiropractors, we have Sanford Clinic here.
Right.
I mean, everything you really need is in town. And if you're a golfer, Central Valley Golf Course, which is a great life course, is here. We have a great life facility as well. So it's a great place to live, play, work. It's a really excellent town.
yes. And with the weekend coming up, if you've never been to Hartford, this would be a great weekend to come. This weekend is Jamboree Days, kicking off we've kind of kicked up, but it's Thursday.
Thursday night. Little Miss
official.
Hartford Passion starts Thursday night, followed by the family movie night in the park.
Excellent.
Friday is the classic car show and vendor show with over 40 vendors in the park, including food vendors, food trucks. There'll be a burnout contest at 9 o'clock.
I think there's some boutique stuff too, ladies.
Yeah, there are a few boutiques in there, I believe. And if you like the burnout stuff, though, I mean, you have the boutique on one side and the burnout on the other side. There's something for everybody. And then we'll end the night on Friday with a little, not really a street dance, but kind of a concert in the park. And there'll be beer
fun.
sales for people to have a little bit of fun. And then Saturday is a big day with the parade and more vendors and a lot of kid entertainment all day Saturday. And then the night, the fun stuff, well, depending on who you are, is a street dance.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Perfect.
And Sunday there is tractor pull.
That's right. Sunday is the tractor pull, which I've never been to, but it brings a lot of people to town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Something for everybody.
Absolutely.
Great. Well, have a great day and come on out to Hartford this weekend or any other time. We'd be happy to show you houses or visit.
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.